Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're doing a little bit of work on the sailboat today. So, last week I showed you I got the mast up, and I didn't have the boom on last week, so I've put the boom on, and I'm just sort of going through the rigging to make sure that it all seems okay. This backstay here that's going up to the top of the mast is quite loose, and looking at where the turnbuckle used to sit on the chain plate that attaches to the transom, I think I need to move the pin one hole, but in order to do that I need there to be what am I trying to say? I need to put tension on the forestay. So what I've got rigged up is I've got the boom set up with the main sheet now. So I can put tension on with the main sheet, and that tensions up the rig using the topping lift here. And now I can work on the back of the boat, and I can disconnect the backstay and not worry about the mast falling forward. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and then I'd like to try and get I'm going to try and put the Genoa up, just because I haven't seen the sail, and I'd like to see how the roller furler system works, and then I'm going to service some winches. I've already got one of the winches torn apart here, because it's a 2-speed winch, so you can turn it one way and it cranks in at a certain speed, and then if you go the other way you're cranking slower, but you get more mechanical advantage out of the winch. But it wasn't working very well, and when I pulled it apart all the pawls were super sticky, so we'll probably go through that as well. Anyway, let's get after it. Good tension in the backstay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to run up to the front and try and get this Genoa installed. Okay, so I just want to show you how this roller furler system works up here. So basically what happens is there's this drum which rotates when you pull on this line. And the drum rotates this foil, which is totally stiff. It won't distort as it's twisted. And then in the front of the foil, or in the back of the foil, I guess, there's these tracks. And so in the luff of the sail on the front, the leading edge of the sail, there's a little rib that's sewn into it, and so that slides inside that track. And then this part here is attached to the halyard that goes up to the top of the mast. And so when you pull on the halyard, this top drum pulls the sail up in this track, and then once it's up there, then you can furl the sail by pulling on the line on the drum, and the sail will wind around this foil. So that's how it's all supposed to work in theory. So I'm going to put you guys on a tripod and see if I can muddle my way through it for the first time. Okay, so that went okay. Not perfect, as expected. There's always things to learn, which is why ultimately I'm doing this in my yard instead of at the lake for the first time. So what have I learned? The roller furler line is too big of a diameter, so I'm gonna have to get a new piece of line for the roller furler, because you can't get enough wraps on it. Like as the sail unrolls, it's gonna jam in the roller furler. And to be fair, the guy when I bought the boat did tell me that he thought that the line was too small, so I confirmed that. We might have to move a few little blocks around on the deck, just to make sure that everything is led well back to the cockpit. We're not getting any chafe on the lines, but for the most part it went really well. I mean, my sail handling's a bit lubberly, but that's okay. We'll get better. That's the whole purpose of this. So anyway, that's what it looks like rolled up. And yeah, now I'm gonna pull it down again and put it back in the sail bag, and then take that other winch apart probably. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this this winch apart. I've already taken apart the other side, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. But I'll just show you guys what I'm doing while I take it apart here. Okay guys, I just wanted to jump in here. It's now the evening. The afternoon got away from me, and then movie night and putting kids to bed and all that stuff. So now it's the evening, and I'm just working on these winches. So once I've got everything cleaned in the parts washer, what I do is I blow everything off really well with compressed air and get as much of the Varsol off it as I can. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it with some brake clean. And the reason for that is because, and that's just a general good idea whenever you're cleaning up parts that you're washed in Varsol, like wheel bearings or anything bearing related. And the reason for that is because the Varsol, no matter how much you blow it off, it tends to still leave a thin film on the parts, and then when you grease them, the grease sticks to the film, not to the actual parts. And there's been documented cases of bearing failure because of that thin film of bar salt. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly clean up this base here. Give it a quick clean. All right. So first things first, put this guy in. Leave. And then we can put this guy in. Yes, that's lovely. Now this guy goes in with his little retainer pin. And then this little key, this little Teflon key here goes in. So, I'm going to put a little bit of grease on this thing. Put this guy on. Go on. And I believe this guy can go on. And this. Cap. And lastly, but not least, the circuit goes in. Boom. Done. Let's test it. Grab the winch handle. So that's one speed. Oh yeah, so smooth. Balls are working good. Super. Okay, guys. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me flail away with sail raising and winch removal and rebuild and all that stuff. And if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll see you guys next week. Take care.